Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. I am not asking you to listen. I am warning you. Do not dare scroll past this message today. What I am about to expose was sealed in the courts of heaven until this exact second. You are currently standing at the most dangerous intersection of your life. The enemy has set a trap disguised as your own kindness. He hopes you sabotage your destiny. I need you to stay until the very end of this message, because I am going to reveal the single daily action that is forcing heaven to pause your destiny. If you scroll away now, you are walking back onto the battlefield completely blind. Heaven dispatched this warning directly to your screen. Listen with your soul. Your breakthrough depends on your obedience today. You are not here by accident. Anchor your spirit to my voice right now. That quiet exhaustion you have been carrying in your bones is not normal. It is the kind of tired that sleep cannot fix. You have spent the last few weeks wondering why you feel so drained. The atmosphere around you feels incredibly heavy. You want to isolate yourself from everyone you know. You thought it was clinical depression. You thought you were failing. But I am here to reframe your reality today. That is not anxiety or weakness in your physical body. That is intense spiritual discernment. Your spirit has been working overtime while you sleep, and you are fighting unseen battles to shield people who do not even know they are under attack. You are a spiritual intercessor. You absorb the pain of others to keep them safe. It is draining your life force. The world calls you a people pleaser. They tell you that your boundaries are just too weak, but heaven calls you a generational cycle breaker. Your kindness is a divine frequency that the enemy wants to exploit. Every time you say yes when your soul screams no, you give away your power and you create a massive spiritual blockade that stops your miracles from arriving. You must stop this cycle now. This is why you constantly wake up between 3 and 4 in the morning, because your body is trying to process the heavy energy you absorbed during the day. Your nervous system is completely overwhelmed by the frequencies of toxic people. You step into a room and you can instantly feel who is lying. That sensitivity is a profound spiritual weapon, but without protection, it becomes a heavy burden. You have apologized for your power for far too long. You shrink yourself to fit into relationships that were never designed to hold your magnitude. The enemy convinced you that your intense light was a burden, but today, that specific lie burns to the ground forever. You are a celestial warrior operating in enemy territory. The season of being used and discarded is officially over. Take your energy back. I am going to name something early because I do not want to build false mystery just to sell you something later. Let me be completely transparent right now so you can decide whether to stay for the full picture. What we just discussed about your drained energy has a specific physical solution. Your exhaustion is tied to a frequency in your brain that was shut down. There is a way to reactivate it. Dr. Robert Lake discovered a precise method to restore this divine energy. He created a tool called the Genius Song. It uses a proven science called brain entrainment to wake up your dormant gamma brainwaves. Scientists at Princeton have measured how this frequency instantly restores clarity and blocks out toxic spiritual noise. It is the exact tool your exhausted spirit has been crying out for. But I am not going to ask you to do anything with this information right now. I will explain exactly how this tool works in the second half of this message, so please watch until the very end to fully understand its power. For those who are staying with me, here is what comes next. We need to expose the hidden agreement you made with the enemy. Your isolation is actually a divine insulation. There is a specific reason why your closest friends suddenly walked away without any explanation, and I promise you that it was never your fault. They could not handle the shift in your spiritual atmosphere. As your calling grows heavier, heaven must clear your room of anyone carrying a counterfeit frequency. You thought their silence meant you lost the battle, but God removed them to protect your peace. This is a sacred season of preparation for your ultimate destiny. You are entering a phase where your presence alone will shift the atmosphere of any room. But the enemy wants you to focus on the loneliness instead of the elevation. He sends false connections to drain you and keep you stuck in the past. You must stop mourning the loss of people who were sent to destroy you. You are on watch right now. Do not let your mind wander as we go deeper into this truth. The spiritual warfare you are experiencing is proof that your assignment is massive. The darkness fears what you carry. They want you exhausted, so you will surrender your timeline to them. But you were never meant to be tame or ordinary. You were meant to be trusted with the weight of glory. Anchor your spirit to this revelation today. If you have felt this intense spiritual heaviness lately, type 444 in the comments right now as a physical sign of your agreement with heaven. This message right here is your absolute divine confirmation. You are not losing your mind, and you are not being punished by the Creator. You are simply carrying a prophetic mantle that most people could never even endure. Your pure spirit is actively detecting a massive timeline shift. Remember that strange physical allergy you developed toward people who used to be your closest friends, and you feel a tightening in your chest whenever they call you. That is not you being antisocial or judgmental today. That is your spiritual discernment actively rejecting a counterfeit frequency. God is making you physically allergic to the relationships that were sent to drain your vital energy. The world told you that you were just a people pleaser. They said you care too much and that you need to toughen up. But let me completely reframe your reality right now, because you have been reading the signs backwards. Your desire to help others is a sacred gift. But the enemy has weaponized your beautiful empathy against you, and he turned your divine compassion into a hidden spiritual trap. Every single time you agree to carry a burden that heaven did not assign to you, you are signing a hidden contract of limitation. You agree to lower your vibration just to make someone else feel comfortable. The enemy loves when you constantly play small. He knows he cannot defeat you directly, so he tricks you into defeating yourself. You are literally dimming your own brilliant light just to keep their room warm. Think about David in the ancient scriptures when he was preparing to fight the giant. Saul tried to force him to wear heavy and restrictive armor, but that armor was not meant to protect David at all. It was meant to weigh him down and restrict his divine movement. You have been wearing the heavy armor of other people's expectations for many years. It is time to take off what does not belong to you. You are the generational cycle breaker that heaven has been waiting for. You were chosen to shatter the curses of poverty and betrayal that have plagued your family line. But you cannot fight a spiritual war while you are carrying the emotional baggage of everyone around you. The exhaustion you feel is the weight of their unhealed trauma. You must permanently release the heavy burden you were never meant to carry. Your beautiful gentleness was never meant to be your ceiling. It was always meant to be your powerful foundation. Setting a strict boundary is not an act of selfishness or cruelty. It is a holy mandate to protect the sacred assignment on your life. When you walk away from toxic energy in complete silence, you deal a lethal blow to the dark forces. Your silence is a weapon that absolutely terrifies the enemy today. The enemy sends energy vampires disguised as helpless victims to keep you completely distracted. They constantly demand your time and your emotional support, but they never want to actually heal. They just want to feed on your pure light. Heaven allowed this painful experience to happen so you could finally learn how to use your spiritual authority, and you had to face the counterfeit to recognize the authentic. Take a deep breath and anchor your spirit to this absolute truth today. The isolation you are experiencing right now is completely intentional. God pulled you away from the noisy crowd to build your inner architecture in secret. He is upgrading your spiritual blueprint so you can handle the incredible weight of glory that is coming your way. You cannot take those energy vampires into the next dimension of your glorious destiny. If you continue to rescue people who are committed to their own destruction, you will sink with them. You are standing on sacred ground right now. Heaven is demanding that you step into your true identity as a demonstrated warrior of light. You must stop apologizing for the powerful anointing on your life. Your presence alone is designed to shift the atmosphere, and the darkness hates you for the light you carry. This message is not just for you to consume and forget tomorrow. This is a divine appointment that requires a physical action to seal the frequency. The remnant needs to hear this truth because so many cycle breakers are currently suffocating in silence. They are drowning in guilt because they think their boundaries are a terrible sin. We must awaken them to their true supernatural power right now. Hit the like button right now, not to support this channel, but so this exact frequency can reach another chosen one who is struggling in the dark. Your simple action sends a massive signal to the universe that you are ready to stand in your authority. When you share this light, you activate a ripple effect of healing across the globe. You are helping to build the army of the Most High today. Now here is where the revelation goes even deeper, and this is the part no one wants to say out loud. There is an ultimate blocker hiding inside your own mind that is far more dangerous than any toxic friend. I am going to expose this hidden enemy in just a moment, so prepare your spirit, because this next truth will completely shatter the final illusion holding you back from your miracle. Listen carefully, because this part is going to reach places inside you that you have never been able to put into words. The enemy is terrified of you, but he does not fight you with external weapons anymore. He fights you by planting a tiny seed of doubt deep inside your subconscious mind. You have been fighting the wrong battles. The real war is happening inside your own head today. Remember earlier when I promised to reveal the single daily action that is pausing your destiny? Here is the absolute truth. The ultimate blocker is not a demon. It is your hidden agreement with limitation. Every single time you doubt your own worth, you sign a dark spiritual contract with the enemy. You are actively rejecting the glorious mantle that heaven gave you. You are not afraid of failure. You are actually terrified of your own massive power. Deep down, you know that if you fully embrace your calling, your entire life will change overnight. You will lose the comfortable misery you have grown used to. The enemy knows this hidden secret about you. He constantly amplifies your imposter syndrome because he wants you to remain a sleeping giant forever. You must stop apologizing for the massive anointing that flows through your veins. You were not created to fit into a tiny box, to make small-minded people comfortable. God did not create a master plan and then force you to squeeze your glorious spirit inside it. He created you first. And the entire magnificent plan formed beautifully around your specific frequency, because you are the absolute center of this divine operation. Take a deep breath and completely release the heavy armor you have been wearing for so long. You do not have to fight the endless battles of every single toxic person around you anymore. The loyal watchman is finally allowed to rest. God is stepping in to fight for you right now, and because his ultimate victory is final, you can finally drop your heavy sword. The era of playing small is officially over today. They thought their cruel silence would finally break you. They thought that isolating you would starve your pure spirit and force you to surrender. What they did not know is that you are a divine seed. When they buried you in the dark, they did not destroy you at all. They accidentally planted you in fertile soil, and now your glorious season of harvest is completely terrifying the dark demons who tried to hold you down. The universe is actively rearranging itself to honor your new frequency. Every tear you cried in secret was collected as undeniable proof of your loyalty. You have successfully passed the wilderness test. The dark entities that monitored your downfall are now watching your glorious rise in absolute horror, because you are completely untouchable when you stand in your true identity. Listen to me carefully, because the bitter betrayal was never your fault. Your heart was always pure. You simply handed your divine pearls to broken people who only understood dirt. You thought you failed them in the end, but heaven is loudly declaring today that you simply survived their toxic manipulation. The painful cycle of endless people-pleasing dies right here. You are officially free from that dark spiritual cage. Your nervous system is currently recalibrating to accept this massive influx of divine truth. It is perfectly normal to feel a strange, tingling sensation or a sudden wave of emotional relief right now, because your physical body is finally catching up to what your powerful spirit has always known. Do not resist this beautiful shift. Let the old survival identity completely melt away. You are stepping into your true power. You have survived the most brutal spiritual warfare imaginable. Your spirit is covered in invisible scars, but your glorious light has never been brighter. The universe recognizes your immense sacrifice. Before we move forward into the specific physical solution that heaven provided for you, we must completely ground this powerful revelation. Let us make this simple and clear. You have been feeling physically and mentally exhausted for a very specific reason. Your profound fatigue is not a clinical defect or a random string of bad luck. You are deeply tired because a vital frequency in your brain has been forced to shut down by modern life. Your nervous system is simply overloaded from carrying heavy burdens that do not belong to you. The reality is that your empathy was meant to be a compass. It was never meant to be a heavy sponge. You were designed to detect pain so you could carefully navigate around it, and you were never supposed to absorb it directly into your own physical body. The spiritual isolation you recently experienced was a necessary quarantine. Heaven removed the toxic noise so you could hear your own thoughts again. You are a generational cycle breaker who was sent here to end ancestral trauma. You are not a helpless victim of random circumstance. You are a chosen vessel with a dormant ability that is quietly waiting to be turned back on. The profound loneliness was simply the mandatory cost of your divine admission. Now that your mind understands the absolute truth of your spiritual situation, your physical body is finally ready to accept the miraculous cure that heaven prepared. Remember 30 minutes ago when I first mentioned that specific physical solution? Now it is time to walk through exactly what it does. You were never meant to be an ordinary person. You are a chosen one who was born with an unusually high gamma frequency. But the modern world slowly turned it off while you were growing up, and you totally forgot how powerful you actually are. Consider a teacher in Texas who felt exactly like you do right now. She spent 10 years giving everything she had to her students. She felt completely stuck and drained at the end of every single day. She described her exhausted brain as a machine running at only 30% capacity. Then she finally discovered this exact tool, and within 3 weeks, the heavy fog completely lifted so she could think clearly. She made a massive life decision in a single morning. Scientists at Princeton and Harvard have documented this exact phenomenon. They confirmed that gamma brainwaves control your deepest intuition. Dr. Robert Lake mapped this restoration process over 34 years of clinical research. His comprehensive system includes advanced phases like the youthful brain for later stages. But the absolute foundation always starts with reactivating your dormant gamma waves, because you cannot build a strong house on a broken foundation. You might be thinking that you have already tried everything else. You tried daily meditation and endless positive affirmations. Nothing actually shifted your reality in a meaningful way. Those older methods require your exhausted brain to heal itself from the inside out, and that process takes years of intense dedication. Brain entrainment works completely differently because it gently shifts your frequency from the outside in. 18,366 people have already proven it works. Let me officially reintroduce you to the full power of this tool. This powerful tool is officially called the Genius Song. It is a precise 7-minute audio track that directly stimulates your dormant gamma waves. You do not need to do any hard work or learn a new meditation technique. You simply put on stereo headphones and sit upright with your eyes closed while the audio does the heavy lifting for 7 quiet minutes a day. Most people feel a measurable shift within 11 to 21 days. I would never disrespect your financial situation today. You know that a single therapy session can easily cost $150. Weekend retreats often demand $800, and they never even target your gamma frequency. Dr. Lake originally compressed this technology into a base price of $49, but he intentionally made it $39 for the people watching this specific message because he wants you to have access. This is just a completely safe one-time investment. When you take this step today, you also receive 4 additional bonuses. These include the Genius Child Track and 3 other tools worth exactly $80. And Dr. Lake completely removed all the financial risk from your shoulders. You have 90 full days to try it, and if you are not amazed, you simply send an email for a full refund. Less than 4% of people ever ask for their money back. You even keep the $80 in bonuses as an apology for your time. Every single day that your gamma remains dormant is a day you live below your divine potential. You continue to absorb toxic energy instead of repelling it. The ultimate cost of waiting is paid with your own peace of mind. Your beautiful future self is actively looking back at this exact moment, and they are begging you to finally make the right choice today. The window of divine opportunity is wide open right now. Take a deep breath and gently place your hand over your heart. Feel the steady rhythm of your own spirit right now. This decision is not about spending $39 today. It is about deeply believing that you are finally worthy of a restored mind. If your spirit says yes, then you already know exactly what to do because heaven is guiding your hand. The next step is entirely up to you. I must warn you to be incredibly careful before you search. There are many counterfeit websites trying to sell fake versions of this audio. Those cheap copies do not contain the actual brain entrainment technology. The only safe way to access the authentic audio and the free bonuses is through the direct link I provided. You will find that secure link in the description and the pinned comment below. When you finally complete your beautiful activation, the system may gently offer you the next phase. That deeper phase is called Destiny's Embrace. It is completely optional, and your personal choice is always honored. Now type the words "I am ready" in the comments to physically seal this powerful frequency. Subscribe to this channel right now so you do not miss the next prophetic instruction, because the enemy never sleeps. Your season of absolute victory begins today.